What's up, y'all? This week we beasted through the darkness with Les Misérables by Victor Hugo. After 19 years of hard time in a French prison for stealing bread to feed his fam, Jean Valjean all cashed out looking for help. Nobody in town showing him any love till a righteous holy man named Myriel like, come on in, partner. But when the police catch Valjean trying to boost Myriel's silverware, Myriel just let it slide and tell the fuzz he gave it to him as a gift. Myriel say, look man, I just saved your ass. You better stop all that hood and become a better man, yo. After one last dick move, jacking some coin from a little kid, Valjean break down and decide he gotta put his banging days behind him. He changed his name to Monsieur Madeleine and moved to a new town where he starts stacking mad cheddar. Before you know it, brother becomes the goddamn mayor. Meanwhile, this pole girl Fantine be straight bugging. Number one, she desperate for cash, and number two, her man just left her with a love child named Cosette. And there ain't no way she gonna get work if word gets out about her. So this shiesty dude named Thénardier say Cosette can hide with him and his fam so long as Fantine throw him some ends every month. Fantine lands a gig grinding at Madeleine's factory, but gets the axe as soon as everybody find out about Cosette. And with the Thénardier's greedy lying asses hitting her up for more cash, so raw for Fantine that she gotta sell her hair, her teeth, and start turning tricks on the streets. Plus, all this shit is literally killing her. Damn. One night, the local lawman Javert arrests Fantine, but Madeleine step in, tells Javert to hop off, and start to give Fantine a little TLC. When Javert figure out Madeleine's real identity, Javert cuff him right in front of Fantine. Girl wigs out so hard, she up and dies. By the way, Valjean's real identity only hit the streets because he wanted to save somebody's life. Thankfully, ain't no cell can keep that boy Valjean down. Dude swings back to town to save Cosette from them hater Thénardiers who been treating her like for years. Valjean drops some fat stacks, buys her off him, and chunks deuces to Paris. Things are alright in Paris for a little while, but when Javert hit at Valjean back in town, Val and Cosette gotta pack their and lay low in a convent. Years later, a dude named Marius peep game at a dime and immediately falls balls deep in love. And what do you know? It's Cosette all grown up. Looking good, girl. Look what he say about this girl. The woman whom he now saw was a noble, beautiful creature with all the most bewitching feminine outlines at the precise moment when they are still combined with all the most charming graces of childhood. That pure and fleeting moment that can only be translated by these two words, Sweet 15. Marius try to holler at a girl, but Valjean moves their asses out of there before a brother can get his mac on. Marius gets a tip about Cosette's new digs, and they eventually meet and confess their love for each other. Except Valjean ain't down with that, and with all the political unrest going down in the streets, Valjean decides it's time for them to roll out to England. Marius gets so toe up that he ain't gonna be with his baby dip that he decides he don't give a no more and gonna join the revolution. When Valjean figure out that Cosette and Marius are in love for real, he can't let Loverboy get his ass murked, so he straps up and joins the fight too. When the rebels find out that Javert a royalist snitch, they give Valjean the job of ghosting his ass. But Valjean, being a nice dude and all, just lets him walk away. Later, Marius get pretty messed up and Valjean gotta carry his ass through some boo-boo sewers to get him help. Valjean runs into Javert again and Valjean finally like, alright, you can arrest me. Just let me drop this dude off at his crib and make one last stop at my pad. Javert oblige a brother, but start losing his when he realized he compromising everything his life stood for and straight ends it. Marius heals up and him and Cosette get hitched. It's all good, right? Nah, not in this book. Valjean tells Marius about his criming days and Marius start giving Valjean the cold shoulder. Our boy gets the hint and stops dropping by. That little Marius got no idea it was Valjean that saved his ass in that sewer. With nothing left to live for, Valjean start wasting away, hops in bed, and doesn't ever leave. Later, Marius conversating with Thénardier when brother finally recognized that the only reason he alive is cause of Valjean. Plus, Valjean the only reason he with Cosette now. Oh yeah, and Valjean left him mad bank. Feeling like a real asshole, Marius and Cosette swing over to Valjean's spot and forgive him. Now Valjean can die in peace. this book is straight relentless. Gnarly prisons, pole girls turning tricks, disease wasting everybody. V-Hug gonna lay out the worst that life's got to offer, and he throws out his biggest beefs in the preface. So long as thou shall exist, by reason of law and custom, a social condemnation which, in the midst of civilization, artificially creates a hell on earth and complicates with human fatality a destiny that is divine. So long as three problems of the century, the degradation of man by the exploitation of its labor, the ruin of woman by starvation, and the atrophy of childhood by physical and spiritual night are not solved, so long as, in certain regions, social asphyxia shall be possible. In other words, and from a still broader point of view, so long as ignorance and misery remain on earth, there should be a need for books such as this. So 3 big things he bucking: rich people taking advantage of the working man, women starving to death, and little kids drowning in a dark world that ain't got no hope. In short, Hugo waging war on a society that's f***ing over its peeps. In fact, that's one of Hugo's main jams in this big-ass book. Society got the power to completely wreck somebody. And not only their body, but their soul too. Whether it be the big house that turned Valjean into a stone-cold gangster, or the poverty and shaming that make Fantine turn to a life of hooking. Society burning everybody. Like Valjean himself say, the prison makes the convict. Make of this what you like. Before prison, I was a poor peasant, unintelligent, a sort of idiot. Prison changed me. I was stupid. I became wicked. I was a log. I became a firebrand. And let me tell you a little something, man. Society didn't break no regular everyday thug. Valjean is hella swole, man. For real. On page 90, it even say he got the strength of 4 men. He still ain't got nothing on these guns. Don't hate. But no matter how Jack Valjean be, he still ain't got the muscle to flex with a broken system. Hugo's book ain't all bad, though. For Javert's ice-cold justice, there's Myriel's mercy. For Thénardier's greed, we see Valjean's willingness to give away everything, even his life. And for all the darkness that society can drop on a brother, there's also light. We got the power to lift each other up and redeem every brother and sister with love and kindness. Valjean and Cosette repping this idea perfectly. He loved, and he grew strong again. Alas, he was as frail as Cosette. He protected her, and she gave him strength. Thanks to him, she could walk upright in life. Thanks to her, he could persist in virtue. He was this child's support, and she was his prop and staff. Valjean tried to make the same point to a bunch of hoods while they gardening. One day, Valjean saw some peasants busily pulling out nettles. He looked at the heap of plants, uprooted and already wilted, and said, if we took a little time, the nettle would be useful. We neglect it, and it becomes harmful. Then we kill it. Men are so like the nettle. After a short silence, he added, my friends, remember this. There are no bad herbs and no bad men. There are only bad cultivators. As all my well-read ballers know, my #1 motto is don't judge a book by its cover. Y'all know I'm all about that. But let me leave you with my #2 motto, which Les Mis perfectly repping. Don't ever underestimate your own power and how much of a difference you can make. If you let anger, hatred, and injustice keep you down, ain't no telling what kind of harm you can do. But if you let love and light guide the way, then the world's dark side can't touch you. You got the power to cultivate good in the world. Use it. Thanks for keeping it real with me, my well-read ballers. Sparky Sweets out. Peace. Hey everyone, hope you're having a great holiday, and as always, thanks for watching and for all the support. Wanted to let you know real quick that our first edition Thug Notes t-shirts, boom, are on clearance sale right now. Go get yourself one of these original Thug Notes tees for just $19. This is the last chance to get a first edition Thug Notes tee. Once these sell out, they're all gone, so get your hands on one quick. No coupon code needed, just click right here or use the link in the description below to get them for $19. That's more than 20% off the regular price. Also, something cool, I want to tell you about another great channel y'all should know about called the Nerdwriter. Our buddy Evan over there creates these beautiful, thoughtful video essays every Wednesday all about understanding art, appreciating cinema, and cultivating your worldview. His videos are incredibly well made and I know y'all would dig them. Click right here to visit the Nerdwriter.